What a great good evening to you wherever you find yourself. This is Sports on Pulse. My name is George Addy Jr. and there's a lot to talk about. It's a great weekend to look forward to. Two national teams will be in action. First, the Black Starlets will be hoping to get a place at the African Youth Championship next year. What they have to do is try and get a very good result against Ivory Coast in Bouaké. In the first leg, they won by 3-1. There was an away goals rule there for the Ivorians, and they'll be hoping to try to go through all of that. We'll talk about the Black Maidens in a bit. The Women's FIFA World Cup has already started under 17 with 2 games ongoing. They'll be looking to play Japan. And we'll talk about the English Premier League and what to look for this weekend. Let's first of all start with the Black Starlets. They're hoping to go all the way. And joining me to do the analysis, Joy Sports Asari Bediako. Bediako, thank you very much for joining me. How are you doing?
Pleasure, George.
Let's talk about this. So of course, on the back of what happened to the Black Satellites, the under-20 team, they have some pressure in going to this to try and qualify. How do you see this team getting the job done? And do you think they can get the job done?
That's a difficult question, but I'll try to answer you.
Yeah.
3-1, not a healthy result. Going into a second leg of a last qualifier to the African Under-17 Championship. If it was 3-0, the coach would feel comfortable. But the away goal the Ivorians got here in Ghana might be the difference, or that goal might do the difference. I think that we need to go there and get a goal. In the first game, for example, the players were incredibly wasteful in front of goal. And I guess that the coach is going to work on the conversion rate of the strikers ahead of the crucial game in Abidjan.
That's crucial, and that's been the point for them, because if you look at the qualifier before this, the penultimate qualifier, really, the boys managed to win by 5-1 here in Ghana and went out there to Burkina Faso and lost by 4-1. Every sense that
was a close shave.
That was a great close shave. So there's every sense that they probably might not be able to get the job done. And the reason is that the Ivorians are very smart, and when it comes to youth football, they are good. So there's one thing we're sure about, that the Ivorians will put up a very good display no matter what in Bouaké on Sunday. But the other question, though, almost Coach Pakwesi Fabian, he's the coach of the under-17 side of Black Starlets. He's worried about officiating, and he's been saying, well, if there's fair officiating, they can qualify.
No, if only we'll get the same officiating that we had here, then I don't see why they can beat us. They cannot. I'm only praying that they will get the same officiating like they had here. That's all I'm praying for.
Pakwesi Fabian there, and you don't put the job on the referee to do for you.
No.
You cannot decide what sort of officiating is going to happen out there.
You have to put your destiny in your own hands. You have to put your destiny in your own hands. And I think that we have the wherewithal to qualify to the next stage of the competition if they approach the game the right way. We need to go there and create our own qualification. If the referee gives a good performance, or if the referee is fair, then it will be an icing on the cake. But the key thing is that they need to go there, play well, and get a crucial result. And you don't have to win to qualify. You just have to draw
and prevent that 2-goal margin if you can, as much
even
as
when
possible.
you lose by a goal margin,
you can qualify. So it's not easy, because the Ivorians have a super youth system, and the last time when we came up against a team that had a super youth system like Cameroon, they're going down the ranks, was difficult for us in the play. And of course, they've also the huge. We played the Chan qualifier. They were the ones who ensured that the local Black Stars were not at the Chan Championship. So now, though, this is what we have to do. We have to move on and talk about the other, national team. And the Black Maidens, they have a fantastic history in the World Cup, having won bronze before. They'll be hoping to go all the way. The competition has started. We've seen Venezuela play Germany. We've seen another team play Mexico play as well. But we have to talk about the Black Maidens and really, what should we expect from them this year?
They're in a tough group. Japan, the defending champions. United States, powerhouse in women's football, and emerging force, Paraguay. So we are in a very, very difficult group. And we are playing Japan, the defending champions, tomorrow. We need to get a result against Japan, because if we don't, it is going to be very, very difficult for us to qualify to the next stage of the competition. Don't forget, this team did so well in 2012. They placed third, and that was Ghana's best ever finish at the competition. I believe that the coach has the wherewithal to lead Ghana to glory. I'm talking about
Evan
Sadote, very experienced. I mean, he's seen it all. So let's see how things pan out in the game against Japan. But I'm expecting the Black Maidens to start on a promising note. We can do it, I believe.
Well, I think it's not going to be that easy, really, if you look at it and how they're supposed to go through this. The point is that defense championship play Japan, and then they play the United States. Now, these are two games. Easy to lose the two games, and you're out of the competition.
Yes,
easy to lose than win, actually.
Depending on the quality of the opposition.
They've got problems. They had problems when they were going to this competition. Issues of, unpaid bonuses once again. And Augustine Asante, who is the chairman of the Black Maidens Management Committee, said they need their monies before the competition starts. So they don't quite have the psyche to play this, if you ask me. They might be motivated to play.
And they don't have a psychologist, do they? They don't have a psychologist. And I guess that the other teams have psychologists. In modern football, games are won on the psychological level, not on the technical.
So how far do you see them going? Listen?
It's difficult. I mean, I wish they go far, but it is going to be very difficult.
You are saying it. All right,
on the basis of the quality of the two opponents. United States, Japan, emerging force, Paraguay.
Maybe they surprise you.
I'll be happy if
and
they
in
do.
Ghana football, we pray a lot.
Yeah, we'll pray to God.
And we make it look like Ghana.
I'll be very happy
God
if
loves
they're
Ghana than
surprised.
any other country. I just put that down, really. Now,